Okay, all my files have finished downloading here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and say show in folder. Now they're all there. You may need to, even if you've shown it in the folder and you still saw, like we saw a second ago, that one was still downloading, you may need to refresh. So you can either click on a different drive and then go back in, go back into your downloads in order for it to show up. What I'm gonna do, I just opened up Premiere Pro. I opened up and I named a new project called importing because I'm going to import this stuff. The first thing I want to import, maybe I'm going to import the drone footage to start. It might be the best quality. This one might be the best quality, I'm not sure, but we're going to see. So I'm going to import my drone footage. I'm just going to grab it, drag and drop into my project here, and there we go. It places it in. Now your screen in Premiere Pro might look slightly different from mine. Mine, I've customized it a bit. Usually I've got dual monitors here, so usually I have the program over on my other monitor, so I've got that there. I've got all the editing stuff maximized over here. Now let's see if we can, this one's an MOV. Let's see if we can import this MOV, because sometimes it doesn't like doing that. There we go, it did. Awesome. I'm going to click right above here. Ah, good, it's doing it too. What I see happening is what could happen, mainly on my computer, because it's not quite as good as the school computers, is when I do a move, I gotta click up here for some reason in order for it to be seen, because I don't have the same memory as all the computers. And I'm also gonna import this clip. So these are the 3 clips that I downloaded. And I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's see this last clip and how it looks. Oops, editing. Okay. Even that one. So what this shows me, I'm looking at this here, is that the drone footage is the best clip. What you may notice up here is the black bars around these clips. Now what that means is when you import something into Premiere Pro, and I've probably clicked a box that has turned off the pop-up, but it will set your project up at, so this, if we look here, it's filmed at 2K, so not quite 4K, it's filmed at 2K. It sets up your project at what the best aspect ratio, or sorry, what the first aspect ratio of that first clip that you imported. So when I imported the drone footage, it made my aspect ratio the drone footage size. And this OG one is not quite that big. Now I could come up here and adjust this, but we remember, and when I export it, I could export it as 1080p instead of 2K. Because the one thing that we remember is from our picture editing is it's not always that good to make things bigger, because then it can become pixelated, and the same thing can kind of happen with video. So we can always make video smaller. We don't really want to blow up video. So although I am blowing it up to fit the screen here, what I would want to do is export it at the 1080p so that all the pixelation doesn't show up. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is make this smaller. And you could go in and change your sequence settings in here. So if you see that's bigger than 1080p, this must be, I don't know exactly what it is for the 2K. This is what it set up the frame size based upon that first one that we brought in. Okay, I'm going to cancel all this. I'm I'm gonna close this because I'll show you importing all this stuff, not choosing the drone footage as our first one, and we'll see how it's different. Okay, so I've kind of reset things here. Nothing is in my sequence. I'm going to, instead of importing this drone footage first so that I don't get the black bars, I'm going to import this DJI footage, which looked to be at 1080p. So I'm going to import that one. Got that one in. Now I'm going to import these two at the same time. Oh, I don't want to put it right on top of that one there. So let's see what happened. We'll get this out of the way. There's that one. There's the other one. So I'm going to make some space here. Oh, it's just because of my timeline there. There we go. Okay. And I've got, I think, yeah, I've got snapping set up there. Okay, now if we look, what might have happened if I look at this drone footage. Well, actually, let me look at this first one. It set up my video with the first one that I set up here. So there's no black bars anymore. If I come to my drone footage, it might be zoomed in. So I can come up to the video and double click and look, it's bigger. I can make this smaller if I want to see that full scene. However, maybe I want it zoomed in a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna zoom it in for now anyway. And if I look at my last scene there, that's set up pretty well too. So a key thing is how you import. If you import that drone footage, you're going to be working at 2K, and all your other things you're going to have to increase. I would suggest working at 1080p. Now, if we look at the sequence settings, 1080. See, there we go. We're set up for 1080. So I'm going to cancel out here. This looks pretty good to me. We're going to go with this.